Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brooke will face some water horror before Ridge has a true love epiphany. Nick's dream will also be dashed. Taylor will hope she got through to Brooke about the fact that Ridge is taken. Despite all Taylor's blustering, she'll be concerned about the possibility of Brooke and Ridge reconnecting on this Italy trip. With Eric playing matchmaker, Ridge and Brooke will indeed be thrown into some cling moments. The magic of Naples will clearly be a factor in what's ahead for Brooke and Ridge. Nick will be concentrated on pleasure rather than business. We'll see Nick scheme a bit and do his stylish to pull Brooke out of Ridge's route. Brooke will end up on a boat with Ridge as they travel to Capri, but Nick will seek a boat as well and move Brooke to take a lift with him next. Nick's going to deliver a marriage offer that catches Brooke off guard, but indeed more marvels are brewing. Brooke has an accident, this may be when it goes down. Brooke fall off the boat as jealous Ridge watches near. Ridge will see a dangerous situation and play deliverer. It looks like Ridge will jump in the water after Brooke and save her, so that should bring his true love epiphany. Effects will click into place for Ridge when it comes to the woman he's truly meant to be with. Everything Eric's been saying will eventually sink by and lead to Ridge's consummation that Brooke is his person. Nick's dream of reuniting with Brooke won't dis out, so he'll have to master his injuries after Brooke goes back to Ridge. It'll be Taylor who ends up most devastated since she really allowed Ridge would stand by her side ever this time around. Taylor seems poised to unleash her wrath on Ridge and wonder how he could do this to her. Finn will keep digging into Grace's conduct regarding Liam and his miraculous recovery. Still, it's Finn. If anyone can expose Grace as a scammer who supposedly made up the excrescence and experimental procedure for plutocrat, it'll be good for Finn to throw himself into this disquisition since Steffi will be leaving with the kiddies for a bit. Bridget and Finn scratching their heads trying to figure out exactly what happened to Liam. Bridget and Finn were suspicious the alternate they learned that Grace had released Liam from the sanitarium after he'd just suffered from a projectile crack. When they learned he'd a successful brain surgery that removed the excrescence, they were indeed more terrified. Finn couldn't understand why Grace didn't tell him what was going on or why she allowed. It was okay for Liam to recover at Boneville House. When Finn saw the clean reviews, he knew it was too good to be true. When Finn and Bridget meet at the sanitarium, they bandy this odd turn of events and decide they're going to get to the bottom of this. Nothing about Liam's case adds up, but at least it looks like he's going to live. Liam continues to recover at Bill's house with Steffi by his side. She still sensations at the fact that Liam is a bona fide medical phenomenon, but perhaps he isn't. They don't get to bandy it much because Sheila C. arrives to visit Liam and thank him for his heroism. Luna is dead because Liam shot her, but she understands why he did it. Indeed, Steffi is nice to Sheila, which is commodity she doesn't anticipate. Lee was nice to her and now her son-in-law? Sheila no way allowed. She'd see the day. This gives Sheila hope that Steffi will allow Finn and Hayes to be a part of her life after all this time. Is Steffi ready to eventually yield? Numerous questions are circulating about Grace since she took on the part of Liam Croker. There has been an unsettling atmosphere, and now, the mysterious phone calls she continues to admit have sparked wide enterprise. When she's at her office, with Finn, or indeed during a discussion, Grace's phone vibrates, causing a conspicuous change in her address. She appears visibly unsettled, but why? Who's on the other end of the line, and what secrets is she concealing? Grace is overseeing Liam's treatment after his recent brain excrescence opinion. She proposed an experimental procedure that comes with a stunning cost, $1 million. We witnessed that plutocrat being deposited into her account. If you noticed her expression, the guilt was unmistakable. This leaves us wondering what's truly passing. What if the frequenter is Reese, Grace's partner and the father of her daughters, Zoe and Paris? He also settled with the mobsters and gave Flo as hush plutocrat. He was arrested and doomed, off-screen, for the baby switch reproach. What if Reese is back in Grace's life? Could he have gotten into trouble again and need Grace to help him cover his tracks, financially or in other ways? Grace is the one in debt this time. Is she laying like Reese did, and she being pursued by lone harpies now? This could explain the constant phone calls, her upset expressions, and the urgency to get Liam into expensive treatment. That $1 million might not have been used for sanitarium charges at all. It could have gone directly into the hands of people we don't know yet, or indeed people we do. There's always a chance that it's not Reese. Maybe the frequenter is a fully different person. It's also possible that Grace is being blackmailed by someone, and one of her daughters is in peril abroad. Last we heard about Paris, she was set to marry Thomas. But we've no idea what happened to Zoe. Is someone keeping her for rescue nearly, and is Grace too spooked to call the police? There's nothing hotter than a man with excrescence getting shot. Which leading lady will Liam end up with? Liam is presently recovering from his million bone surgery in a makeshift sanitarium room in the Spencer mansion. Liam will wake up and his musketeers and family will begin clamoring through Bill House to see the man who beat unstoppable cancer. Also a bitsy sociopath shoots you and you wake up at your pater manse and learn you have an alternate chance at life and your excrescence is magically gone. Liam was upset about a future with anyone, because he didn't have a future. Now he's single and ready to mingle again. Hope, Steffi, and Ivy will all begin butting heads over their collective ex-husband. But, Hope and Steffi both have men at home. It wasn't that long ago that Liam tried to reunite with Steffi and Hope, and they both shot him down. His double encounter with death has made him infectious. The Luna firing, Eric says the show must go on and the FC gang has to get back to work. Eric, Ridge, Brooke, and Captain Nick will all be in scenes. Liam excrescence gone, it's time to move on to another story. The Italy trip is nearly then, so that's all anyone can suppose about. Brooke and Ridge feel comfortable going now since they don't have to worry about Liam. But Taylor doesn't feel comfortable about this at all. Taylor thinks that Brooke is going to make a play for Ridge, but Nick is busy making a play for Brooke. He formerly invited her to travel to Italy with him and spend further time with him than she does with Ridge. Brooke couldn't indeed suppose of it at the time because she was allowing of Liam, but now it's commodity she needs to consider. Nick visits Brooke in the design office and formally again pours on the charm to sweep her off her bases. Brooke can't help but be tempted by what Nick has to offer, but in her mind, Ridge is her fortune, so she must stay true. That doesn't mean that Nick is about to give up. They're going to be in the same romantic megacity together, so Nick is still making plans in case Brooke changes her mind. Like he did with the fashion show many months agone. Eric wants to use the Italy trip to play matchmaker. He might feel affection for Taylor, but in his heart of hearts, he believes that Brooke and Ridge belong together and he's determined to make it be. Eric gives another superheated speech about fortune and love, making him sound a lot like Brooke. After his near-death experience he knows how short life can be and doesn't like the idea of people wasting time. Eric believes that's what Ridge is doing. Brooke and Ridge are his two favorite people and all he wants is to see them together. Sheila visits Liam and Steffi. Finn gets suspicious, but will Grace get honest? Liam, who survived 2 major surgeries. The first operation was for his projectile crack. Grace and Bill whisked Liam out of the sanitarium and into a surgical center. Although this wasn't an approved procedure, Grace and her mysterious co-worker did the operation on Liam anyway. Grace texted Bill 2 images. The first was allegedly of Liam's excrescence. The alternate image was of a brain with no excrescence. Bill and Liam will be overwhelmed with gratefulness to Grace. I've to wonder if both those MRI images belong to Liam, or if everyone just got played. While everyone is overjoyed by Liam's phenomenon, some have questions. Hope kept mentioning how strange it all was. Finn also had enterprises and questions. At one point, Finn tried to get the literature or figures, but Bill didn't know any of that information. Bill couldn't indeed flash back the surgeon's name. Liam is still in bed with a girth around his head. Steffi is sitting in a president next to Liam, but is looking over at Sheila. Broom doesn't feel concerned, and Sheila is dancing around showing off her bare 8 toes. Lee, who seems to be keeping a secret. Could the good croaker have faked Luna death? Nick crosses paths with Taylor. Perhaps they work together to make sure Brooke and Ridge stay piecemeal. Katie quizzes Brooke about her heart. Thank you for watching this video. And do not forget to like, comment and subscribe.